we just got the reveal for 2 more brand new nightmare critters, along with their descriptions and a whole bunch of brand new lore reveals. So without further ado, let's just go and hop into the video and start off with the one that just released yesterday, being Simon Smoke. So here is Simon Smoke, and he is one of the brand new nightmare critters here. Of course, he's supposed to resemble a dragon here, and it definitely looks pretty cool actually. As you can see when you read the description, it reveals a lot about his character, saying, it says in the description, Simon Smoke knows he's cool and popular, and he makes sure nobody ever forgets it. Whether showing off for his friends or just bragging about one of his accomplishments, it's always a popular contest with him. Almost always, he wins. In truth, he's a console jerk. Don't know if I even also said that right, but he does have a knack for getting away with being one. So of course, he's kind of just like that annoying cool kid in the school, if you want to think about it, with his scent being wood smoke, which is, to be fully honest, like kind of interesting. I thought it would have been like a perfume or something like that, but wood smoke I guess makes sense for a dragon, but it just doesn't really fit for a plush if you definitely want to think about it that way. But just by reading the description and of course looking at the character itself, it definitely seems like it's supposed to be resembling Kickin' Chicken in a way. It just feels like it matches because Kickin' Chicken was known to be like the cool kid of the bunch and wanted to be cool. So it seems like this is supposed to be a direct correlation with Kickin' Chicken or something like that. It definitely feels like that would be the case here. But his design is definitely interesting. Thanks to the description, we know that he's a boy, and you can see with the charm, it's this money, which is also interesting. I thought it would have been like a fire or something, but I guess since he's like the cool kid with money, he of course has lots of money. As you could tell, he also looks like he has some earrings on and some piercing on his eye, or above his like his eyebrow. And also you can see, looks like he has some like, I don't know if that's eyeliner or something on, but it definitely looks like he got something on. Maybe being a little gothy, who knows? But one thing I definitely want to do is say is how he looks really similar to like Alistair Gator with the body design, the hand designs, the tail. Everything just looks really similar to him, even the nose a little bit. At the end of the day, this is still a really cool character. I really do like him. And also, this is one of the characters many people have been waiting for a while, because on the Nightmare Critters logo, as you guys can of course see, he is the C here with the fire gets spinning out. So we finally got the reveal after a long time of waiting of who he is. And also, we already saw leaks before, so already knew the name Simon Smokes for a while, and we all kind of connected the dots that of course this was going to be him. But now let's go on to move on to the next critter, the one that was literally just revealed today, less than an hour ago at the time of filming and recording this, being Poe. Yeah, this is really interesting. A name that we also already saw from the leaks, but were really confusing because this is really unique for any critter, and this critter is literally more unique than anything, and also might even fit into some of the lore a little bit. But let's just go and actually read the description and then go into analyzing. The description says, Poe hates the sun and thinks it's a cruel trick of nature, that the world needs it in the first place. Most comfortable in the dark, they spend most of their nights hanging around graveyards, listening to music, and feeling vaguely angry at nothing in particular. Also probably butchered that word. They insist it isn't a phase. This is, I can't tell, this is also another goth reference. That's the kind of the meme, like, it's not a phase, mom. Anyways, the sense is also synonym, which is really interesting for a character like this. You probably would have been thinking like, what, it's gonna be rain or something like that, but don't know if like, I don't know why they picked synonym. It's actually pretty interesting. But one thing you probably noticed is that they didn't use any like he or she pronouns in there. Well, it's actually because they don't go by any, thanks to Tyler actually posting saying, I think they're neat. And I think that's definitely some confirmation. They ain't going around saying it all over the place, but you could tell by reading the description and also by seeing Tyler posting this tweet. And also, these brand new Nightmare Critters will be continuing the daily release, so stay tuned and also subscribe if you want to see me talk about the last 2 Nightmare Critters. Let me know if you want to do me to do both the videos in one go, or put that into news video. You guys can always let me know that in the comments below. Now, just by looking at the description about how Poe hates the sun, you might think that this is also another correlation or connection with Kickin' Chicken, because in the cardboard cutout, Kickin' Chicken always wanted to go outside. He loved outside and he loved the sun. But I do think this might be also kind of a correlation to Dog Day, since Dog Day is the sunny and strong, determined leader of the critters. Even though Poe isn't really the leader of the critters, it's interesting to see how Dog Days, has a sun charm and everything like that. He's bright, upgoing, uplifting, and and Poe is just kind of hates the sun, hates being uplifting. So I do think that Poe would be a correlation with Dog Day being kind of like the whole opposite thing. But one thing I noticed is this is definitely one of the most simplest and actually fitting designs I've seen in a while. Like, it doesn't seem over the top or overly designed. It actually feels like this is something I could see and fit in with the critters. Also, look at that charm, like, oh my gosh, it's clouds with lightning in it. I can't find any better charm than this. So as a person that also loves birds and also loves the charm, this might be my new favorite nightmare critter. Like, to be fully honest, I would 1000% buy a plushie of this brand new character. And speaking about a plushie, my plushie has been extended for another 2 weeks, meaning if you missed out, this is your definitely chance to get it. We're trying to sell 100, and if we don't sell 100, this plush sadly won't be funded and won't exist. So if you would do a huge favor and help me by buying it in the link in the description, it'll really help me out. But sorry for the self promo. Let's go and actually continue talking about the brand new nightmare critters. Just look at it, it's very interesting. But now it's time to go into some of the interesting stuff, with someone also mentioning in the comment for my retweet saying the Edgar Allan Poe The Raven reference. And if you do not know, Edgar Allan Poe was of course a writer and I think a poet. I don't know a lot about him, but I do know that he did create, of course, I think, like a short little story called The Raven. Because of course, when you got a raven character or a crow character that's called Poe, and as an author called Edgar Allan Poe then also made a story called The Raven. Don't know if this kind of confirms that this character is a raven, but when you read the story, it doesn't really give us a whole bunch when it comes to lore reveals or anything that this character could be correlation with, because the whole description kind of fits what a raven would do, just hide away and come out only at nighttime. It kind of just fits the whole raven aesthetic of it all. But I don't think the description would reveal anything huge or anything more shocking and revealing about that. But I definitely do think this is really interesting. These new characters are really cool, and most likely later on this crow character or raven character, do not know if it's a crow or raven yet. I do definitely think it's a raven. But maybe this one character will have more of a gameplay feature where, let's say there is a night and day cycle in chapter 4, that this critter would only come out during nighttime and just like attack you. That could be a possibility, which would also be really cool if every single one of these different critters had their own little unique gameplay mechanic, but most likely it will only be for story aesthetics. Also, while looking at the Nightmare Critter logo, you can see that we only have the T and the E left. Seeing they already know what the E is, being a shark, they can easily just go and reveal that next week. I mean, tomorrow, because they're continuing the daily reveal. So of course, do not forget to subscribe because you do not want to miss out on the next Nightmare Critter releasing. Or they can easily hide the shark last because they want to do a whole little secret reveal for the shark, which will also be really cool because I'm really interested to see what the T is. From the leaks, we could kind of make theorizes on it, but I don't want to talk about that in this video. So of course, subscribe and stay tuned for the next 2 bats and the last 2 smiling critters, or my bad, Nightmare Critters. And don't forget to watch this video here to stay up to date on all the new Nightmare Critter news.